I'm Noah Hoffman from Aspen, Colorado. Been living and training in Park City, Utah, and I'm a Nordic skier with the U.S. ski team. Yeah, training as a cross-country skiing athlete requires a lot of consistency. You've got to make sure that you can't take big breaks from it because you lose all your fitness. You lose fitness incredibly fast. We take some time off to recover in April generally, and then start building from there and build through May, June, July, August, and then now we're kind of hitting our peak volume, and then from here we'll take our base fitness that we've built up in the first 4 months of the training year and start doing some more intensity, some more high-end stuff, and really trying to turn it into race fitness from just a bunch of endurance fitness. And so I've been training between 20 and 25 hours a week for the last month or two, and now it'll scale back to maybe 18 to 22 hours, and then add some intensity and really start gearing up and skiing fast, start recovering more and getting a lot of energy and getting ready for the race season. And we have a couple more camps coming up where we get to train with other athletes and push each other and go hard against each other. And yeah, the training's been going great. A typical training period for me, I'd block my training into 3-day blocks, and then I take 1 day easy, and then 3-day block, and then 1 day off generally. And so a 3-day block might include 2 distance workouts the first day, maybe 2.5 hours each, maybe a roller ski and a bike ride. And then the next day would be maybe a roller ski with intensity. This time of year, probably 1 intensity session per block or 1 intensity session per 2 blocks. So it would be like 5 by 10 minutes at your anaerobic threshold, which is not as hard as you can go, but a little bit below it, a pace you can sustain for maybe an hour worth of skiing if you were to continue it that long. And so I would do an intensity session, and then an easier workout that afternoon, maybe an hour and a half of run. And then the next morning I might do a real long workout between 4 and 5 hours of a bike ride, a run, or this time of year we get into long roller skis as well because we want to practice. Long workouts are really good for trying to hold together your technique when you get tired, because the last couple hours you're just out there dying, but you still have to ski efficiently and make sure that you're producing good skiing. And then I would take an easy day, just probably an hour to an hour and a half in the morning of a run or a hike or a bike ride, and then the afternoon off, get to relax, and then start into another 3-day block. And the next block might include a little more volume and no intensity. So it might be 2.5 hour workouts again the first day, and then a 3-hour workout the next morning and a 1-hour workout the afternoon. And these would be mixed up between running, biking, and roller skiing as well. And then the last day would probably be another long workout between 4 and 5 hours. That afternoon would be off, and then a full off day the next day. So you get plenty of recovery in there also, but you're training hard and you're putting in the hours. And this time of year it will be less intensity. As we move forward, the volume will come down and the intensity will go up. So skiing is definitely a lesson on making mistakes and learning from your mistakes, and it's so important to really figure out why things are happening and why you're skiing fast when you are and why you're not when you're not, because you have to be able to reproduce it. If you have a lucky race and you suddenly go out and win a race that you weren't expecting to win, that's great, but if you can't reproduce it, it doesn't mean a whole lot. And so for me, it's so important to take the lessons that I learn and apply them going forward and just develop as an athlete, a skier, and as a person. And some of the biggest lessons I've learned include like really focusing, not letting my strengths disappear. In the past, I've really focused all my energy on improving my weaknesses and focused on, for me, I'm a distance skier. I've always been aerobically fit, and that's been my strength, and I've never had the technique, and I've never had the really fast leg speed and the explosiveness that some Nordic skiers have. And so in the past couple of years, I've really focused on that and focused on just trying as hard as I can to improve that and become a sprinter and bulk myself up and lift a lot of weights and do plyometrics and all that type of stuff. And I lost a lot of my base fitness, and I lost what had gotten me to that level, and consequently I wasn't skiing as fast. And So that's been the biggest lesson for me over the last couple of years, is that I can improve my weaknesses, I can work on what's not really strong, but I have to maintain my strengths, because that's what's gotten me to where I am, and that's what's going to help me move forward as well. Cross-country skiers in general do a ton of cross-training. I mean, you can't ski on snow all year round. The snow's not there. You can travel as much as you want to try to find it, but the reality is that you can't be on snow 365 days a year, and so cross-training is a huge part. We do a significant amount of roller skiing, which simulates skiing, and it's a great training load, great workout. It allows us to work on technique in the summer, and that can be considered cross-training, but possibly just considered regular training as well. But even that you can't do every day. It's not as much fun as skiing on snow, at least I don't think so, and so you definitely have to mix it up. And so I really enjoy going out for mountain bike rides and road bike rides, and do quite a bit of trail running, and like to find big routes that go way off into the wilderness, and then, you know, routes that, like, oh, I just look at a map and pick out this trail, that looks like fun, let's go try it out. And then you know, other stuff too, like in the winter when I'm home, I'll go skin up a mountain and ski down. It's just so much fun. I miss alpine skiing when I'm on the road so much, and so I'm, yeah, just finding fun stuff that improves my base fitness, and anything aerobic is going to help. You have to make sure that you stay well recovered, and that you're not doing too much extra stuff on top of your training, because you're going to get tired if you do. But I find that the more cross-training, the more fun you're having, the faster you're going to ski.